Game 2 of Squirt International. Duluth is taking on the Nebraska Warbirds. Getting ready for puck drop. Carter's going to be starting in net for Duluth. JJ, Thor, and Arlo. Marvin Felix on D. Here we go. Puck is right in front of the Warbird bench. Duluth comes away with it. JJ has it. He hits the brakes. He's going to send it back to Marv. Marv over to Felix. Felix gets the first shot. That's a save. Puck comes around the near corner. Torin sends it across to Marv. Marv shoots. That's a goal. Marv gets Duluth going. It's 1-0 in Fargo. Draw comes back to Bodie. Bodie sends it up to Ethan. That's sent back out of the zone. Chris gets a stick on it. That's off his stick. Now the Warbirds have it. Chris gets another stick on it to send it back. And now the Warbirds, nope, they're still kind of digging for it at center. Chris knocks it out. Chris has it down in the corner. Kid's holding a stick. Warbirds control it in the near corner. That's off a Duluth player. And now it comes out to Ethan. Ethan's going to skate it down. He's got Arlo with him. Ethan around the back of the net. Arlo takes it. That's tried to set out. Marv sends it back in. That's off the goalie's leg pad. Now the puck comes out to center. It's sent all the way down for icing is the call. Puck is out front, that gets tipped out. Warbirds have it. Marv, he was on that one. That gets sent back in. Goalie kicks it out to the side, where it comes along the far boards. Alec digging for it. He's shoved into the boards. Now Landry, centering pass for Gunderson, and he scores! Landry to Gavin, it's a 2-0 lead. Puck is knocked down into the Duluth zone. Puck comes around, it's passed up to Gavin. Gavin brings it out. Gavin's going to cross center ice. And he's looking for a centering pass, but that's taken away by the Warbirds. Marv gets a stick on it, knocks it back. And Warbirds send it into our zone, but Felix has it. Felix, puck goes into their zone. Now comes out. Marv. Julian on the back check, helping out. Gavin tries to clear it, but it stays in the zone. Now Marv has it. Now it comes out. And we have a breakaway. Almost a breakaway. Warbirds got a stick on it. Offsides is going to be the call. Puck goes along the far boards. Chris takes a whack at it. Kid loses a stick. Chris sends it up. Now Torrens got after it. Warbird defender was able to get back in time. That slips off JJ's stick, and now here come the Warbirds. JJ behind the net, down to the far corner. Julian knocks it out. He's got the puck. He skates it in. That's poked away. Lots of elbows seen thrown around so far to start the game. Puck is on the far corner. It comes out to Bodie. Bodie sends it in wide of the net. Now over to Chris on the far side. Chris brings it down to the near or the far corner. Chris out to Felix. Felix is going to shoot. That's a save. That's going to be offsides. Puck is held in. That's Theo. Now the Warbirds have it. They send it out. Josh holds the zone, but now it comes out. Or Marv does. Lots of elbows being thrown in the first period. Felix skates it in. That's knocked out. Now the Warbirds control it. They send it down. That's going to be icing. Duluth wins the draw. Gavin has it. That goes up to Alec, and he's taken off the puck. Gavin gets a shot off. That's deflected. Now Alec down there with the puck. That gets sent out to Landry. Another shot attempt is off a Warbird player. Now Bodie has it. Bodie down in the near corner. He's taken down. Puck is back to the near corner. Now Alec. Alec centers it. Chris. That's off a Warbird player. A lot of pressure by Duluth. We need a goal. Landry. Gavin gets it. Backhanded shot. That goes off the goalie's leg pad. That comes out to Bodie. He dumps it back down. Now the Warbirds are going to clear it. They need a change. Chris is going to take it in back of our net. Plays behind our net. Chris sends it up. That's offsides. All right, pass comes out to Julian. Julian skates it in. That's knocked away. That's played up off the boards. And now it's center. That's Marv. Marv's going to skate it in, but that's knocked out. And here comes the Warbirds. Felix is on him. Felix gets a poke at it. Here come our back checkers. There's a shot and a save by Carter. Off the draw, the shot goes in on net. Carter swipes it away. That's sent up to Torin. Torin, cross ice pass over to Julian. Julian hits the brakes. He's going to pass it off the boards. That's JJ. JJ sends it across. Felix swipes it down into the near corner. Now it comes back to Felix. Felix sends it on net. That's tipped out front. The goalie got a glove on it. Bodie sends it on net. That's off a defender. Now here come the Warbirds. They're going to dump it down. It goes around the back of the net. Chris plays it off the boards. That's held in by their point. The shot on net. And Carter has it. Yep. After the draw, bunch of slipping and tripping. Puck comes around to their point. They send it back down. Ethan down for it. Puck finally comes free. Puck is sent out to Theo. Theo shoots. That's off the blocker. Warbirds have it, control. And Theo comes away with it. Theo at center ice. Puck is on the far corner. Alec is going to hold it in for Duluth. Now to the near corner is Theo. That's taken away. Now it's sent back to Felix. Felix sends it in on net. That goes wide. Warbirds control. There's a shot. The puck comes out. The net is off. And we have a stoppage for the net coming off. Puck is sent back to the near corner where Marv sends it around. That is up to Landry. Landry skates it down. Warbirds take it behind their net, where it's knocked out, I believe. Yep. Gavin comes away with it. They get a stick on it before he can shoot. Now Duluth needs to tag up. Landry. Across ice to Gavin. Gavin centering pass. Gets into their zone. Now Marv takes it. Marv up to Landry. There's a shot. Another incoming shot, he scores! Goal for Duluth at the buzzer. I believe that was JJ that scored at the buzzer beater for a 3-0 Duluth lead. And that's the end of one. All right, we're back for the start of the second period. On the draw is JJ. He did get credit for that last goal at the end of the first period. Chris up to Julian. JJ has it again. JJ's going to shoot. That's deflected. And another goal. Goal. JJ, back-to-back goals at the end of the first period, and then to open it up in the second period is JJ. Another incoming pass. Taken away by the Warbirds. Bodie. Now JJ. JJ sends it down to the corner. Warbirds are... Nope, Bodie's there. Bodie sends it in. Duluth is changing. Bodie behind the back of the net, sends it around to Theo. That's whacking at it. And the puck comes free.
Northwest, number 13, J.K. Assistant Lieutenant Julia.
Passes back to Chris. Chris, he shoots. That's off the goalie. Comes back to Chris. He's going to dump it back down into the zone. Man, there's a penalty coming up on the Warbirds. It's about time. They've gotten away with a lot of those so far in the first period, but the ref finally caught that one. So Duluth is going to go on the power play. Alec taking the draw. Puck is center on the back of the net. Puck comes out. Alec dumps it back around. Now it's going to come back to Felix. Felix over to Marv. Marv sends it in. That's off a stick. And that pass gets away from Marv. And the Warbirds are on it. Felix gets a stick. Now comes Duluth. Felix skates it in. He just loses it off the end of his stick. Felix still has it. He's going to send that back to Gavin. Gavin sends that in. That goes over the net. Alec behind it. Gavin, that's sent in. And the puck comes out. Back to Marv. Over to Alec. Alec, centering pass. Just a little too far. And it comes out. And we got to stop it. Felix held it and prevented a breakaway from, I think he just kind of laid on it. So we'll take a draw here at this, right in front of the Duluth bench. Chris sends it down. That's out front. Oh, we didn't have anybody there. Almost caught the Warbirds on a big mistake. Torn swipes at it and sends it down to the far corner. JJ, centering pass over to Julian. That's sent back. Oh, he's looking to give it back to JJ. That's held in by Bodie. He dumps it around the back of the net. Julian, now up to JJ. JJ's taken down. There's a charge. Chris. That's knocked down. And they're going to send it all the way down on net. Carter has it. He's going to give it to Chris. Oh, Chris almost drills the ref. Anyway, back out the blue line. The Warbirds have it. They're going to dump it all the way down. And there's icing. Warbirds win the draw and they send it in back of their net. Puck comes out to Josh, or to Marv. Theo sends it back around. Marv dumps it back down. Centering pass, he shoots. And the goalie got a glove on it. That's a good setup and a good play for Duluth. And that Nebraska's goalie was ready. And we have our own goalie change. We got Rocco coming in for Carter. Draws sitting at the circle. Mark sends it back down. There's collision. That's played up. Felix. He's going to skate it in. Felix is going to shoot. That's off the goalie and a rebound. He scores! I believe Gav got the tip on that one. We'll wait for the official call. Landry sends it down. That play comes out. Now it's knocked down to the near corner. Now back around. That's sent up but held. Puck finally comes out. Felix, he hits the brakes. He sends it across ice to Gavin. Gavin sends it back to Felix. Felix over to Marv. Marv shoots, that's tipped. The goalie got that one. Warbirds control it, they skate it out. Now Duluth brings it in, that's Torin. Torin tries to get a shot off, he can't pull the trigger. And now the Warbirds send it out. Chris, that goes off the ref. And now it's sent back up to Julian. Julian skates it in. Julian sends it back to Bodie. Bodie sends it in on net, that's tipped out front and goes wide. Puck comes out. That's offsides. Chris, cross ice pass. Oh, Torrin couldn't handle it. Now it's sent back down. That's going to be icing. Draw comes back, comes out of the zone now. Now Josh gets it. Marv sends it down. That's sent back to Marv. Warbirds come out with it, but Arlo got a nice stick on it. Warbirds skate it down. That's poked away. Now it goes back to Marv. Marv sends it off the boards. That's sent down. Icing coming up. Start the clock! Alec, centering pass for Gavin. That goes off the goalie's blocker. Now that puck comes out. Sends it up to Landry. Landry skates it in. Landry shoots. Oh, it hit the crossbar. Gavin gets a whack at it. All right, puck is sent shot into the Duluth bench, so we have a stoppage. Back to Bodie. Bodie sends it in. That's off the goalie. JJ controls it. JJ along the far boards. He sends it back. Chris. Chris is going to shoot. It goes up front. Oh, good opportunity. Back to Chris. Chris is going to shoot. That hits another defender. That's sent back up. Kick save by the goalie. Now that's sent down and around. JJ was trying to get a stick on it. Now it comes back to the point where Chris is. Chris sends it in on net. That's tipped by their defender. It's out front of the crease. Now back to Bodie. Bodie, that's off a Warbirds skater. And now it's back to center. Chris has it. He sends it across to Julian. Julian. Now it comes back to Julian again. Julian's going to shoot. That's off the goalie. Bodie. Now the Warbirds control. They skate it down. Chris gets a whack at it to knock it away. Chris sends it up. Oh! He was looking for the full ice pass, but didn't get it. Comes out the center with the Warbirds. Well, they lose it at center. Now they get it back. They send it up. Up to Felix, to Theo. Theo's going to skate it in. Theo, he shoots. That goes wide. Ethan sends it around. Jeez. Ethan's down in the corner. Ethan is up. He's a little sore. Duluth players over to pat him on the back. Gonna call a body check, 1 minute on Nebraska. I don't know how I feel about that one. We'll have to watch the replay. All right, Alex taking the draw. It's out in front of the net. They're digging for it. There's a shot, a goal! Gavin is able to swipe it in, and they're going to make Nebraska pay for that one. Puck is down along the far corner. Bodie's working for it. Now it comes out. No icing. And the Warbirds send it all the way down. That will be icing with 1/10 of a second left. So we got to take a draw to end the second with 1/10 of a second on the clock. that's the end of 2. It's 6-0 Duluth. We'll be back for the third period. All right, it's start of 3. Draws one by Duluth. Julian sends it to the far boards, where it's dumped down. Julian sends it back around the net. And it's played along the near corner, where the puck's going to come back to Felix. Felix going to send it up to Torin. Torin's going to look for a shot. He shoots. And the goalie's got his mitt on it. Draws one by Duluth. It comes back to Felix. Felix across ice to Marv. Marv's going to send it in. And the goalie picks that one up. We are at running time. Six-goal lead puts us at running time in the third. That is sent up to Julian. Cross-ice pass is taken away. Now Duluth gets it back where JJ has it at center. He brings it across the blue line. JJ skates it in. Now that's knocked out. And Marv has it. Marv. It's at just at the red line. They're still all whacking at it. Now it comes back. And out to Felix. Felix. He gets a shot off that goes wide. Puck is controlled by Duluth, and that goes in on net. And the goalie covers up. Out in zone. Chris goes down. He's tripped up. Another Duluth player goes down. I think that was Arlo. Anyway, now Nebraska has it at center. Theo gets a nice stick on it. He's going to skate it in. Theo is going to send it back to Ethan, which is good to see him back on the ice. That pass goes back to Arlo. Arlo shoots. It's off a leg pad. Puck is controlled by Nebraska around the back of the net, now on the near boards. Now it's sent back to Bodie. Now taken away where Nebraska's going to skate it down. Theo skates it in. Theo is getting a shot. Nebraska controls it on the far boards. Back to Chris. He's taken off the puck. Duluth back checkers are working. Now Duluth comes away with it. And here come the Warbirds. Warbirds bring it in. There's a shot. That goes wide. And we got another penalty coming up. Another body check on Nebraska. Constantly throwing the bodies around. Duluth on the power play. We're still in running time. Pass comes back to Marv. Marv shoots. That's blocked. Now the Warbirds send it down ice. It's a chase for the puck. The Warbirds get it. They skate it around the back of the net. And now Duluth controls where Gunderson has it. Gavin across the blue line. He sends it across to Landry. Saved by Nebraska's goalie. Landry down in the far corner. That comes back to Marv. Marv sends it up to Gavin. Oh, he's stuck under his feet. That pass comes out to Marv. Marv looking for a shot. He shoots. He scores. Marv gets a goal for Duluth. Another penalty or a power play goal. Chris up to Torin. He's taken off of it. Bodie skates through that. Torin. That's offsides. Julian sends it up. Now that comes back to Chris. Chris looking for Torin. That puck comes out in front of their goalie where they knock it away. Julian with a shot attempt. The goalie pushes that to the side. Now Torin down in the corner working. And there's a shot attempt and it goes high over the goalie by JJ. Centering pass is taken away. Now it's behind the net. And puck is going to come back to Chris. Chris doesn't get all of it and sends it in. It's behind the net. That's, I think, JJ. And that one is covered up. Really? Yeah. Yeah, it's the game's over. I mean, yeah, I know. so penalty called on Duluth. Nebraska fans are going crazy, but whatever. All right. Theo skates it in. No, it's taken away where Nebraska has it. Nebraska skates us down. Nebraska looking for a shot. That goes to Rocco, and he gets his glove on it. Draws one by Duluth. Chris plays it off the glass. Now it comes out to Landry. Now it's at center where Ethan skates it down. That's sent up. That's poked away by Nebraska. That's back to Chris. Chris off Landry skates. Now it's played back. Now Nebraska has it as it goes through all the traffic. Landry gets it. Landry skates it down. Penalty coming up on Nebraska again for a hook. All right, back to Felix. Felix sends it over to Marv. Can't think that's Julian down there, yep, okay. JJ centering pass, is a shot on net. And it's saved by the Nebraska goalie. Felix dumps it back down to JJ. JJ looking for a shot. That's off the goalie. That comes free. Back down to the far corner. Gavin holds it. Now JJ. Back to Marv. Marv pokes at it and sends it up. Now he gets it back. 30 seconds left in the game. Marv. That puck comes out of his zone. Gavin. And that comes through. But Marv has it, and that's going to do it. Duluth is going to win their second game of the day. So Duluth takes the second game over Nebraska by a score of 7-0. Shots on net were in favor of 41-6 on Duluth. Lots of physical play in this one. And I believe we will get the 8 a.m. game tomorrow, so kids will be in bed early tonight. So we'll see ya tomorrow morning potentially at 8 a.m.